Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Danielle if you're new, and I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark and Mercari. Today is Wednesday, which means a brand new What's a Wednesday video is here. If you're new and you're not sure exactly what What's a Wednesday is, this is a video I release every Wednesday. I go through my sales from the previous week and talk about them more in depth, how much I paid for the item, where I got the item, how long it took to sell, and all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in seeing what sold for me last week, go ahead and keep watching and let's jump right in. Alright, jumping right in with September 5th, the first sale I made was a Poshmark sale. And this was by the brand Cork Ease, which is a new to me brand. These are just a pair of brown leather platform slides in a size 9. These did sell for $37 with a Poshmark fee of $7.40, and then I was left with $29.60. These are from a flip lot, and just to say at the beginning, if you're not sure what I mean when I say a flip lot, this just means I use the app Flip and I am selling these items for a client. So I'm consigning these items for someone, which means that when it sells, I need to give a percentage to the person I'm selling it for, and then I also get a percentage. So when I refer to something as I got it from a flip lot, that just means I'm selling it on consignment. So these shoes were a flip item and they took about a week to sell. They actually sold extremely fast, and I think I had them listed at $45 originally. I got a low offer of I think like around 30, and so I countered 37 and they ended up accepting, and so I was really happy to move them for 37. This is a brand I had never heard of before, so I will be looking for it now at the thrift store now that I know what it is, and I'm happy with the sale and I think it was a great profit. And next up is another Poshmark sale. This is a pair of Wild Fable distressed high-rise skinny jeans. These were in a size 10. They sold for $10 with a Poshmark fee of $2.95, and then I was left with $7.05. These are from my own personal closet, and obviously it's not a huge sale, but making anything off of clothes I've been wearing for a couple years is great, and I can give them a new life with someone else. And the last sale on September 5th was a pair of Zara black strappy stiletto heels in a size 6.5. These sold for $20 with a Poshmark fee of $4, and then I was left with $16. These were from a JOMAR wholesale box, and I paid about $4.21 for them. So I've had these for about a year, and I'm happy that they are finally gone, but I do not like to keep items that long because I think that's just a little too long. Unless it's like a really high-priced item, I don't mind keeping those for a while just because sometimes you have to find the right buyer for those things. But this is just a basic pair of heels from Zara, which I usually have good luck with Zara shoes, but these were just a basic heel. So I'm happy they sold for $20. I still did make an okay profit on these, but I do wish they would have sold faster. And moving on to September 6th, the first sale I made was a Poshmark sale. This is a pair of Miss Me Easy Boot Stretch jeans in a size 30. They sold for $30 with a Poshmark fee of $6, and then I was left with $24. These were from a flip lot. They took about 3 months to sell, and it wasn't a great sale. Miss Me's have been giving me some trouble lately. I haven't been able to sell them for really a ton or pretty fast. Obviously these took 3 months, so this is a flip lot that ended at 3 months, and these sold right after I relisted them. I ended up relisting them at $30 because I had not much interest and not much attention on them before. I am happy they sold quickly after I relisted them, but I did want to get a little more for them. And next up is a pair of Doc Martens, and these were just a leather monk strap buckle pair of shoes. These were in a size 6. They sold for $70 with a Poshmark fee of $14, and then I was left with $56. These were once again from a flip lot. They took about 5 weeks to sell, so these actually sold really fast. I had these listed at, I want to say 85, around 85, and then I got an offer for 70, and I went ahead and accepted. I don't have a ton of experience selling Doc Martens, but I know they do sell for a lot. So I knew these would sell for a lot, and I priced them a little higher at 85, and then I got an offer for 70, and I just went ahead and accepted. I thought it was reasonable, and it moved them pretty quickly. And next up is a Free People Beach piece. This was the Simone tea dress. This was in a size extra small. It sold for $38 with a Poshmark fee of $7.60, and then I was left with $30.40. I got this dress at the thrift store for $3.50. It took just under a month to sell, so it sold extremely fast. And Free People is a brand that I'm extremely picky with at the thrift store. I look up every single piece I find. I never buy it without looking it up. And Free People Beach tends to do pretty well for me compared to like a regular Free People label. But this dress sold really fast. I had it listed for, I want to say $45, and then an offer of 38 came my way, and I went ahead and accepted. It was reasonable. So I'm very happy. It was a great profit margin, and it sold extremely fast. And the last sale on September 6th was another Poshmark sale. This is an altered state gray long sleeve twist front dress in a size large. This sold for $15 with a Poshmark fee of $3, and then I was left with $12. This I got from the thrift store for $3 a little over a year ago. So this is another item that I've had for a really long time. And also, I don't pick up altered state anymore. When I was picking up altered state, I would pick it up for like $3 or less. I no longer pick up altered state at all just because I cannot ever move it. And then when I do move it, it sells for like $15 or less. So I am happy that this is gone and I don't have to look for it anymore, but I no longer pick up altered state. And it's just not a good brand. Moving on to September 7th, the first sale I made was a pair of Madewell 9-inch high-rise skinny jeans. These were in a size 27. They sold for $28 with a Poshmark fee of $5.60, and then I was left with $22.40. These are from a flip lot. They took about 1.5 months to sell, and I thought they'd sell for a little bit more, but I was okay moving them for $28 because they didn't really have a ton of interest, and I had sent offers, and I really wasn't getting anyone to buy them. So I did decide that $28 was a reasonable offer, and I did accept that offer. These were a maroon pair of jeans, so these are not as popular and they don't sell as well as just regular blue jeans in my opinion. So moving them for $28 was fine, and they took about 1.5 months, so they didn't sit for too long, so I'm happy with the sale. And next up is a Soft Surroundings purple breezy plaid top in a size medium. This sold for $20 with a Poshmark fee of $4, and then I was left with $16. This top, I've had it for extremely long time. I have no idea how much I paid for it. I don't even know the timeline of when I got this. Well over a year, probably. Soft Surroundings is a brand I still pick up, but I'm extremely picky with the items from Soft Surroundings. Some Soft Surroundings pieces move extremely fast and for quite a bit, and then others sit for a very long time. So this is not one of the great Soft Surroundings pieces, and looking back, I would not buy this now, but I am happy to move it and still have made a profit on it. And next up is another Poshmark sale. This is a Rag & Bone cashmere ribbed sweater in a size large. This sold for $30 with a Poshmark fee of $6, and then I was left with $24. This is from a flip lot. It took just under 3 months to sell, so this was actually one of the last items from this lot, and it sold for $30. Rag & Bone is a hard brand for me because it doesn't really sell, in my opinion, it doesn't sell as good as it used to, especially the jeans. I used to be able to move their jeans extremely fast and for quite a bit, and I no longer can move them that quick. This sweater was a cashmere sweater, which I think helped it sell. If it was not a cashmere sweater, it probably would not have sold either this fast or for this much. But I am happy to have moved it pretty quickly. Just under 3 months is not too bad of a time frame, and it was a good price. And the last sale on September 7th was a Lululemon Outrun long sleeve top in gray. This was in a size 6. It sold for $30 with a Poshmark fee of $6, and then I was left with $24. This I actually bought out from a flip lot. I actually had one of my clients, they were kind of like pressuring me to buy out their stuff, which I don't really enjoy, for one. For two, I went ahead and bought it out because I honestly was kind of done dealing with the person that was just pressuring me, and they kept asking. So I bought it out, and it was about $4.48 an item. One of their items was flawed, so I told them I'd only buy it out for max of like $2 because it was not worth anything else. And then I think the rest I did like, I want to say maybe $4 or $5, I don't remember. But this sold, and technically I paid $4.48 for this top from that flip lot, and it did take 2 months. So this flip lot was only in my hands for not even 2 months, and they were pressuring me to buy it out. So that's why I bought it out. I might make a little more profit than before, but I just am not using Flip to buy out lots. I'm using Flip to consign lots. And sometimes I don't mind buying things out at the very end if there's only a couple items left. But in this case, I really didn't want to, but I felt pressured into doing it. So I bought it out, and it still made a really good profit, and it sold really fast after I bought the lot out. So I'm not mad at it, and it was a good sale, but I don't enjoy being pressured into buying out the lots. Moving on to September 8th, I only made one sale this day, and it was a Poshmark sale. It was a Michael Stars Totally Twisted poncho. This sold for $35 with a Poshmark fee of $7, and then I was left with $28. This poncho I paid $3 for. I got it about 5-6 months ago. So it sold in an okay time frame, and it had a great profit margin on it. but I just don't like this brand. So I'm not a big fan of Michael Stars, but this was a great sale still. It did take a little longer than I wanted, and I don't remember what encouraged me to buy this because I don't think I've ever bought Michael Stars before. I just don't think I like this brand very much, and it's not a brand I really pick up, but it still did have a good profit margin. And moving on to September 9th, the first sale was a Poshmark sale. This is a pair of Lululemon full-length reversible leggings in a size 6. These sold for $40 with a Poshmark fee of $8, and then I was left with $32. These leggings were from a flip lot. They took about 2 months to sell. They weren't like an amazing Lulu style, so $40 was pretty reasonable for them. A lot of Lulu styles, if they're really known and sought after, I can sell them for way more than $40, but this specific pair of leggings were not super like sought after, so $40 was reasonable. They did have a little bit of wear as well, but in the end they still had good profit and they sold pretty fast, so I can't be mad. And the second sale I made on September 9th was another Lululemon piece. This was a Hassel ruffle back tank in a size 6. This sold for $20 with a Poshmark fee of $4, and then I was left with $16. This was from the same flip lot, and it also took 2 months to sell. With Lululemon tank tops, typically I can get between like $25 and $28 for them, but this tank top had no interest. No one wanted it. Like, I don't know what the deal was, but when I received an offer for $20, I had it listed at $28 originally, and I received an offer for $20, and since I had already relisted it once, I went ahead and accepted because I thought it was like an okay offer. And Lululemon tank tops a lot of the time don't really go for a lot. Like, sometimes they only go for $20. Their tank tops are not really something that's super profitable, but I still moved it pretty quickly. 2 months is pretty fast, and even though it didn't have amazing profit, if you look at everything as a whole, there is still good profit. Moving on to September 10th, the first sale I made was actually a Mercari sale, and it's by the brand SNDYS. I don't know if you say it like Cindy's or what, but that was the brand, and it was just a side slit cocktail dress, and it sold for $36 with a selling fee of $3.60 and a processing fee of $1.34, and then I was left with $31.06. This dress was from a flip lot. It took just over 2 months to sell, so it sold pretty fast. I think it was new with the tag, if I'm remembering correctly. I had it listed at $45 originally, and on Poshmark, if I received an offer for $36, I most likely would not have accepted, but on Mercari, since the fees are just a little less, I did accept $36. Wasn't a bad offer, but I did want a little more for it because it was new with the tag. I don't know a ton about this brand. It was a new to me brand when it was sent to me, but it ended up selling pretty fast, and it did have a ton of interest on it between both platforms, so I will probably pick it up in the future if I find it at the thrift store or something, but overall, I'm happy with the sale. I think it sold pretty quick and for a good amount. And next up is a Poshmark sale. This is a Nike women's thermal fleece cowl neck pullover in a size medium. This sold for $24 with a Poshmark fee of $4.80, and then a shipping discount of $1.50, and then I was left with $17.70. This was from a flip lot. Again, it took about 1.5 months to sell, so it sold really fast. I want to say I was about to relist it when it sold, but it ended up selling on an offer. I sent offers. I think I sent 20% offers on my whole closet because my sales have been really slow and not great. So I sent 20% offers, and I ended up selling this through those offers. So really happy with it. I did want a little more for it, but I can't be mad. It sold pretty quick. And next up is another Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Paige. This is a pair of Hidden Hills high-rise bootcut jeans in a size 30. These sold for $40 with a Poshmark fee of $8, and then I was left with $32. These are from my JOMAR wholesale passes palette. I ordered one of those a while ago now, and have finally gotten almost every single thing listed. I have a few things left that are like hanging out. I have a couple stains. I need to figure it out, but I pretty much have everything listed now, and these took about 4.5 months to sell. These were like one of the first things I listed, and this was actually an extremely surprising sale because this pair of Paige jeans were the old label Paige. Now, if you're not familiar, the old label Paige is like a brown label and it's like cursive writing or something like that. And then the new label Paige is like a white label with black letters, I think. So these were actually old label, and typically the old label Paige doesn't sell for as much as the new label. But these ended up selling outright for $40, and I was extremely surprised. They were in a great condition, but I was really surprised that the old tag Paige sold for this much. Next up is a pair of Vans Skate High Fox Fur lined platform sneakers in a size 9. These sold for $52 with a Poshmark fee of $10.40 and a shipping discount of $1.50, and then I was left with $40.10. These were also from a flip lot. They took about 2 months to sell. These were also sold via the offers I sent, the 20% offers. I was happy to move these for $52. I had a ton of interest on these, and I think I had them listed at, I want to say 65, because the comps on these were actually really good and they were in great condition. So I'm happy to move them for $52. Obviously, I did want a little more for them because I had them listed higher originally, but I'm happy to move them fast and they still had a great profit. And the last sale for September 10th was a pair of Eileen Fisher black heeled ankle booties in a size 7. These sold for $32 with a Poshmark fee of $6.40 and then a shipping discount of $1.50, and then I was left with $24.10. This was another sale from the 20% offers I sent, and these were from a flip lot. Took about 1.5 months to sell. I think I want to say I was about to relist these, or I had just relisted them. These did have a little bit of wear on them, like you could tell they'd been worn, and I haven't really had a ton of luck with Eileen Fisher shoes. I really enjoy selling their clothes, but I just haven't had a ton of luck with their shoes. So I'm happy to move them for $32. Obviously, I did want them to move for a little more than that because I feel like I should get a little more for Eileen Fisher shoes, but $32 is reasonable due to the wear and everything else. So I'm happy to move them, and they sold pretty fast. And moving on to the last day from last week, September 11th. The first sale I made was a Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Monroe. It was an open tie-back top in gray in a size extra small, and it sold for $28 with a Poshmark fee of $5.60 and a shipping discount of $1.50, and then I was left with $20.90. This was a new to me brand that I got actually in a JOMAR wholesale box. I got it for about $4.50, and it took about 7 months to sell. So I like this brand, but I don't think I got a great piece. I actually got a pair of, I think, sweatpants in my palette, but they had stains on them and they were not worth saving. But I did look up like the comps for other stuff for this brand, and it actually is a really good brand, and I would definitely pick it up again at the thrift store. This was not a bad profit, and it was not a bad sale at all. It took a little bit longer than I like to sell, but it still had a great profit. And next up is another Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Adriana Goldschmied. These were a pair of frayed hem Prima crop jeans in a size 26. These sold for $32 with a Poshmark fee of $6.40 and a shipping discount of $1.50, and then I was left with $24.10. These once again sold via 20% offers on my whole closet. These I got at the thrift store for $5, and they took about 3 months to sell. Typically with AG jeans, I will pay no more than $5 or $6 for them because they don't really move as quickly as they used to. These were a great style, which is why I picked them up, and I do think they would have sold for a little more if I had sent the offer, but the reason I was sending offers was to just move some stuff and make some sales, so I'm happy with it. I had them listed at $40 originally, so it's still a reasonable price, and I'm happy to move them. And next up is a pair of Ariat mid-rise stretch whip stitch boot cut jeans in a size 28. These sold for $45 with a Poshmark fee of $9, and then I was left with $36. These were from a flip lot, and they took about 1 day to sell. These sold extremely fast, which surprised me because they did have a little bit of wear and staining on the bottom hem, which I did mention in the description. I actually did wash these and get the majority of the staining out, but there was still like wear and a little bit of the staining left, and so I priced them a little bit on the lower end at $45, and they sold in 1 day. Like, it was extremely fast, so I'm very happy with this sale, and it was a flip item, so I'm happy with the profit for myself and my client. And next up is a Mercari sale, and this is a Nike brand new with tag women's running bodysuit. This sold for $45 with a selling fee of $4.50 and a processing fee of $1.61, and then I was left with $38.89. This was once again from a flip lot. It took about 2.5 weeks to sell, so it sold really fast. I had these originally listed at $60, and I received an offer for $45. I did sit on it, and I wanted to counter, but I just decided I would move them quickly, and it was still a great price. And what's funny is on Poshmark, I kept getting the same person would lowball me over and over again on this bodysuit, and they would lowball me like 35 or something like that, and I was sticking with 50 on Poshmark because they take a little more fees out, and this person would come at me every other day with the same $35 offer, and I would counter them 50 every single time, and they would still counter me 35, so it was like irritating. So I was happy that it ended up selling on Mercari, so I would not have to deal with that one person anymore. But overall, this was a great sale. It sold really fast and had a great profit. And next up was another Mercari sale. This is a pair of Torrid houndstooth tie cigarette pants. These sold for $18 with a selling fee of $1.80 and a processing fee of 82 cents. And then I was left with $15.38. These pants were from a flip lot. They took a little over 3 months to sell, so I just extended the selling period and relisted everything in the lot, and these ended up selling. I did want a little more for them, but I only had them listed at 22, so 18 was extremely reasonable. Some Torrid will sell really fast and for a great amount, and then others will just sit for a while. I was okay taking 18 on these pants, and I'm still happy with the sale. And next up is a Poshmark sale. This is a Lulu's Season of Joy red lace midi dress in a size medium. This sold for $28 with a Poshmark fee of $5.60 and a shipping discount of $1.50, and then I was left with $20.90. This dress is from a JOMAR box, I believe a 40-piece CPR box. Cost me about $4.44, and it took about a month and a half to sell. So sold really fast, and it really had a great profit still. This was another sale from my 20% offers I sent. I think this was the last sale from that, maybe. And this dress I really liked, and it had some pretty good comps, but Lulu's just sometimes doesn't sell for a lot, and I had it listed at I think 35 or 38 originally. This dress had a ton of interest and a ton of likes, so sending the 20% off offer definitely encouraged someone to buy it, and I'm happy to move it for 28, and I think it still had a great profit. And moving on to the very last sale from last week, this is by the brand Industry Standard, and it was a pair of low-waist skinny jeans in white. These were in a size 25. They sold for $30 with a Poshmark fee of $6, and then I was left with $24. These jeans were from my JOMAR Wholesale Pastas palette. They took about 4 months to sell, and I am okay with the sale. I definitely wanted to get a little more for them upon looking up comps. The comps were actually pretty good. This is actually a new to me brand. I didn't really know what it was until I got it in this palette. They were a pair of white low-waist skinny jeans, so not a great combination of white plus low waist. So I didn't think they'd sell for a ton, but I did have them listed at I think 45, but I received an offer for 30. I went ahead and accepted. These were also a size 25, so a really small size. I believe that size 000 extra small affects how things sell. I just don't think a ton of people are looking for those sizes. But in the end, this did sell. I think it had a good profit. It added to the profit of my palette, and I'm okay with the sale. Alright guys, that was it for this week's What's So Wednesday video. Let me know down below what your favorite sale was. I think mine were the Doc Martens and the Paige jeans that were the old tag Paige. Those really surprised me last week. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again next week.